and welcome to the Enterprise Joy podcast, enterprise strategies for leaders in under 5 minutes. I'm Vishal, your mover and shaker in the world of strategic complexity and messy yet meaningful decisions. Today, we tackle a core dilemma for most leaders. How do organizations decide when probabilities are bleak, forecasts fail, and uncertainty feels deep? Because in such situations, your best defense isn't a single answer. Rather, it's a set of strong, flexible options. So, what is deep uncertainty? In many strategic contexts, especially in fast changing industries or volatile markets, relying on probabilities isn't the best thing to do, and traditional forecasting methods usually break down. That's where decision making under deep uncertainty or DMDU comes in. DMDU is a set of approaches that evaluate strategies across multiple plausible futures rather than optimizing for a single best solution. The goal is to choose multiple options that remain robust across a range of uncertainties and remain adjustable over time. And among various DMDU methods, scenario planning is the most well known. It originated at Shell in the 1970s as a way to train leaders to ask what if questions instead of guessing the future. It helps map multiple plausible futures and pre-plan strategic responses. Shell's approach allowed it to anticipate the oil crisis in the 1970s years before it happened through their rigorous scenario work. Of course, the implementation matters more than the plans alone, but organizations that pair scenario design with decision making gain real advantage. Another framework called robust decision making or RDM complements scenario planning by adding structure to it. RDM doesn't seek the optimal strategy, it seeks one that performs fairly well across diverse futures and identifies where each option is vulnerable. This leads to iterative decision cycles. You define decision scope and outcomes, then explore the possible futures and vulnerabilities, evaluate your trade offs, and then choose adaptive options that allow course correction as conditions change. Another framework often used in public policy and climate resilience is adaptive pathways, which allows plans to evolve based on signals rather than forecasts. But what do these mean in practice? Do you need a team of analysts to do this kind of work? Well, it wouldn't hurt if you did, but here's what you can do with your team. Step 1. Run a mini scenario workshop. Pick 2 to 3 critical uncertainties like market demand shifts, regulatory changes, AI and tech disruptions, and co create plausible futures and strategic responses for each. Step number 2. Test your assumptions. Use rapid if then micro scenarios like if AI becomes 30% less expensive, then we would fill in the blanks. At its core, this is assumption-based planning, identifying key unknowns and building responses in advance. Step number 3, identify the low-regret moves. Among your options, find actions that would make sense in most number of scenarios. For example, maintaining liquidity, supply chain buffers, modular product design, avoiding layoffs, etc. These create optionality without complicating decision making. These 3 steps are good enough to get you started. And the more you do it, the more you'll realize the difference between reacting to chaos and navigating through it deliberately. So next time you meet your leadership team, ask, what are the most critical uncertainties right now? And what low regret moves could be made if any of them started unfolding? Host your 30-minute workshop and map just one micro scenario and one low regret action to begin with. And you'll see how this small practice shifts the strategic thinking process of your team. Tomorrow, we'll deep dive into how culture and structure support built-in flexibility. We'll cover ambidextrous teams, decentralized decision making, and adaptive design that doesn't collapse under change. Until then, I'm Vishal, and this is the Enterprise Joy podcast. Enterprise strategies for leaders in under 5 minutes. Plan your scenarios today and be prepared for tomorrow.